Chapter 11, Channel Number 10, Selling Stock Images. With the advent of ultra-modern cameras, digital photography saw a major boom in the early 2000s. Gone are the days when we had to click pictures, then wait for them to be developed. Nowadays, you can click a picture and see it flash on your camera screen. Everyone dreams about earning money from a job they love. If photography is your passion, then it is possible for you to develop a passive income stream. If you are an avid photographer, then you are reading the right book. I am going to tell you how you can transform your passion into a moneymaker. First of all, let's understand the basics. Selling stock images, an introduction. With the advent of high-end camera equipment, beginners can shoot incredible pictures. People are always looking for opportunities to earn money from photography. One of the best ways to do so is by selling stock images to online image sites. Stock image websites contain thousands of stock images from various photographers around the world. To save time, many organizations simply visit these sites and buy the images of their choice instead of going for a custom photo shoot. There was a time when stock image websites used to accept photographs only from professional photographers. Nowadays, even beginners can sell their images to many such websites. Of course, the quality has to be up to the mark, but if you can click a high-quality picture, you can certainly compete with the professionals out there. Selling your photographs won't be an easy task. You need to stay disciplined and try to keep improving. Let me tell you a simple story of a father and son to make you understand the worth of learning and improvement. A painter father and his son lived in a small village. The painter was well known for his art and earned a lot of passive income from his paintings. The son followed his father's footsteps and decided to become a painter. He started learning the basics of painting from his father. After a few years, the son started creating some wonderful paintings, but the father always pointed out the mistakes in the picture. Initially, the son respected his father's feedback and worked on his mistakes to further improve his painting. With continuous improvement, the son's paintings became more popular than his father, and he started earning way more money than his father. A few years down the line, the son began to think that his paintings were perfect and started avoiding his father's feedback. After a while, the son realized that his popularity is failing along with the price of his paintings. He became confused and went up to his father to ask why this was happening. The father said that he too faced a similar predicament in the early days. The reason for this dip in popularity is that earlier he used to respect his father's feedback and try to work on the details to improve the paintings. But now he thinks that his paintings are perfect and need no improvement. The moral of this story is, once you think your work is perfect, you cease to put in the effort to better your work. I want you to remember this story and keep working on your mistakes. Treat every picture as your masterpiece, and your photos will generate the income that you aspire to get. To be honest, selling stock images is not as profitable as the other passive income sources on the list. But if you are looking to earn something from the pile of images on your inventory, then you can give it a go. I mean, something is indeed better than nothing. I don't mean to discourage you, but I must give you the facts. You can expect to earn around $500 every month by selling stock images. However, it's possible to earn more than that. That is why I am here. I will tell you the ways through which you can transform your hobby into a business. Target the images that sell the most. Since you are reading this, I assume that you already have a good idea about the camera, accessories, and photography in general. Let me make one thing clear. If you are a beginner looking for photography tips, then I'd suggest you take a crash course on photography, then read this chapter. Now let's get back to the topic. To figure out what images sell the best, you need to consider stock images as books or clothes that people buy off the rack. People who buy images from the stock image websites know very well that they won't get an exact image that is in their minds. They would be happy to buy one that is very close to the one that they have in mind. Therefore, your first consideration should be to click pictures that are generic and not too abstract. The question is, what are the types of pictures that people look for the most? 3 kinds of pictures sell the most: portraits, landscapes, tabletop images. Portraits. Portraits are among the most popular stock images on the internet. When you are taking a portrait picture, ensure that your subject is doing something specific. There are 2 ways through which stock portraits are clicked: close shot and long shot. Close shot focuses on the subject's face, while long shots focus on the subject's whole body. You must be clear about what you want to communicate through the portrait. Once you figure that out, focus on how you can execute it. For this, you need to communicate with your model or models continually until you get the best outcome. In this case, portraits models are the major subject. So, ensure that you hire good models who can portray a range of emotions you want to convey through the images. Hiring someone who has no experience in modeling will not be able to deliver the output you are looking for. Consequently, your photo shoot campaign will take a major hit. Pay attention to the model's body language as well. Sometimes the facial expressions might not complement the body language of your model. You need to communicate these little details to the models to get the best results. Lastly, you must ensure that your models sign a release to avoid consequences in the future. A model release is a document that a model signs to release the photographer against claims for the use of the photograph. 2. Landscapes. The primary objective while clicking landscape photos is to bring out the essence of the subject. So, if you intend to click a picture of a waterfall, ensure that your photo portrays a clear image of the waterfall. Once you manage to take care of the primary objective, you can focus on other aspects like sunset, sunrise, moonlight, etc. You can enhance the picture by adding other subjects or activities like other people looking at the waterfall or people bathing underneath it, etc. However, avoid clicking a picture that seems too artsy. You can also optimize the focal length of your camera while clicking landscape photos. Normally, people go for a wide-angle lens so that they can capture the entirety of the landscape. Although you can opt for a longer focal length to capture a certain part of the waterfall to convey a particular concept, this little tweak can increase the saleability of the images. You do not have to travel too far off places to click landscapes. You can pick some interesting places in and around your area to use photography skills to get the best out of them. 3. Tabletop images. Tabletop images are small objects that are clicked to illustrate a certain concept or activity. For instance, if someone wants to start a website on computer peripherals, he or she may be looking for stock images of the mouse, keyboard, etc. While clicking tabletop images, ensure that the logo or brand name of the particular product is not displayed. Brands have strict copyright guidelines, and you may face legal proceedings for using their brand name or logo without permission. Plus, you are not allowed to use protected subjects like famous paintings, architecture, etc. However, There are laws in the U.S. that allow you to use pictures of famous public arts provided they are not the principal subject in the image, so you can use them in the background. If you take a photo that has elements under copyright protection, it is permissible to use image editors like Photoshop to delete or blur those images to avoid controversy. In addition to protected elements, you should also remove or blur addresses, billboards, car logos, etc. You should focus on clicking pictures from an angle that helps you remove these elements later on. Figure out the category of pictures you want to take. You should always choose the category that interests you. Once you have found the category, you can focus on the niche of your choice. You should always try to find new ways to improve your photography. However, it is advisable to not get carried away and click artsy pictures that are hard to sell. Secrets to sell your photos online. Now that you have captured a range of good pictures for your stock images campaign, it's time to get down to business. Simply uploading the pictures on a micro-stock website and playing the waiting game won't work. You'll have to be proactive and work towards promoting your pictures to increase sales. This is the fun part. Knowing the correct ways to promote your pictures will help you earn good, consistent income from these micro-stock sites. Filtering the right keywords. Entering the right keywords will help you reach out to more customers on the internet. Customers would type in a keyword based on their requirements and thousands of pictures will appear. Your goal should be to feature at the top spots. Generally, buyers use two types of keywords to find photos on image sites. The subject keywords communicate the content of the photo and concept keywords that communicates the concept of the photo. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have uploaded a picture of a boat. The subject keywords should communicate aspects like the color of the boat, the type of boat, etc. On the other hand, the concept keywords should communicate aspects like mood, idea, etc. Plus, you may also want to add other relevant aspects like the type of shot, i.e. long shot, medium shot, wide angle shot, close-up, etc. All in all, your boat picture must have keywords like a boat, wooden boat, even, adventure, vacation, fun. You need to think from your buyer's perspective. Just take a picture and take a good look at it. Now imagine you are a buyer. What keywords would you type to get a picture like that? Always focus on the important subjects in the picture. Ensure that you use keywords of all the relevant subjects in the picture. Avoid using keywords of subjects that appear in the background and has little to no relevance. If there are people in the image, you need to specify who they are. You must use the exact keywords that represent them. The color scheme and the image should also be conveyed. Also, if the location holds significance, ensure that you mention name like Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, etc. Other specific details should be mentioned like number of people in the image. Mention the number of persons in the picture in the form of a duo, trio, etc. Try to avoid dual meaning words like couple, which not only denotes two people but also means two people who are in a romantic relationship. So, if you think of using the word couple, make sure that the photo involves two people who are in a romantic relationship. Genders of people in the picture. You must specify whether the person in the picture is a male, female, boy, girl, etc. Ethnicity of the people in the picture. You must specify whether the person in the picture is Korean, Black, African, American, white, etc. Age of people in the picture. Specify whether the person in his or her 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on. Mood of the people in the picture. You must also convey the mood of the people in the picture: sad, happy, angry, frustrated, romantic, fearful, and so on. Also, it is important to avoid spam words. You may think that adding extra irrelevant words may increase your chances to get views, but customers won't download them. So, your first step should be to find out as many keywords as possible to increase the reach of your image, writing the title and description. Once you find out the right keywords, it's time to write down the title and description. You have to be very careful about this, as a bad title can ruin your campaign. The title is about the events in the picture laid, explained in simple terms. To write the perfect title, use the 5 W's of journalism: what, where, why, who, when. Let me give you an example of a good title line. Boating with friends on a river. This is a simple line that aptly describes all the events in the photo. In case you want to convey the moods in the picture, you can simply add them as keywords. Do not add unnecessary information in the title. No one needs to know the camera you use to click the picture or your mood while taking the picture. Just write what's happening in the picture in concrete terms. Avoid using offensive terms in your title. Sensitive terms based on race, religion, and background should be handled tastefully. Otherwise, customers will simply reject your photos. Remember, people don't search for images by typing the whole title, but they can see your title once Google shows the page results based on their keyword search. So your title must contain all relevant details for customers to make an informed choice. Some microsites provide space for the description as well. You can use this opportunity to elaborate on your title. For instance, if your title line is Boating with Friends on a River, your description should be long shot of a group of friends boating on the River Thames. The style of writing title and description varies from person to person. Some choose to add words like calmness or twilight, whereas some may prefer purely descriptive words. You can use a bit of both. Put your Instagram account to use. There is no better place to showcase your photography skills than Instagram. If you do not have an account, I'd suggest you set one up. If you post good photos on Instagram, you can manage to grow your brand and attain a lot of followers. If your pictures are catchy, people will check out your profile and contact you in case they need to know more about those pictures. Make sure you leave a link to your pictures on various microsites so that people can take a look at your other works as well. Always maintain a level of consistency on Instagram. Try to post at least 3 or 4 pictures every week. Communicate with your followers every day and let them know about the latest updates and what's coming next. Engaging with your followers is a very important step. Regular interaction will help build trust and grow your brand. So, these are the steps that will help people on the internet find out your work. Remember one thing, there are thousands of pictures on the internet. Your pictures need to stand out from the rest. To reiterate, never compromise on the quality of the pictures. Click high quality pictures. Use the proper keywords on your title and description, and use your Instagram account to broaden the reach. Once you have established a good rapport with your followers on Instagram, they'll help spread a good word. Follow these suggestions and you will have created a steady passive income source from a job that you love to do.